Do you want to ace the IELTS speaking test and get the score that you need? Then here are some IELTS speaking topics and questions you should know. Hello, it's Keith from English Speaking Success and the Keith Speaking Academy, where my resources and online courses can help you become a confident speaker of English. Now, I know the speaking section of IELTS can feel daunting, right? Overwhelming sometimes, especially when you don't know what questions you're going to be asked. Don't worry, I've got your back. I can help. In this video, I'm going to cover some frequent topics that you may get in IELTS speaking, some questions and model answers. By the way, let me know in the comments below if there are any or which topics and questions you find the most challenging so I can make more videos to help you. At the end of this video, I will also give you some super practical tips on how to use this lesson to help you feel confident and more prepared for your IELTS speaking test. Oh, and remember, unlike me, and remember, you can download the PDF of this lesson with the topics, questions, answers, vocabulary list, examples. You can do that at the end of the video in the link in the description. For now, let's get cooking. Okay, let's start briefly by looking at some of the most common topics that appear or crop up in IELTS speaking. And of course, these are topics related to everyday life. First, family and relationships. Dear sister. Education and learning. Travel and holidays. Always take my sun cream. Technology and social media. YouTube fan. Hobbies and free time. Work and career. Plan for the week. Health and well-being. For my tendinitis. Sports and leisure activities. Culture and festivals. Environment and nature. Whoa. Yeah, needs watering. These are just some of the most frequent topics you should really be familiar with. So now let's dive into some specific questions and answers. I'm going to look at part 1 and part 3 questions, because part 2 is just too long. Notice part 1 is about you, and your answers are quite short, 2 to 3 sentences. Part 3, you need to develop your answers, make them longer, develop them with more ideas and maybe some real life examples. Notice that my answers are spoken answers, not written answers. So as I speak, I'll show on the screen the answers, but also the phrasing that we would use in spoken English. This will help you practice. Above all, do not memorize these answers. That will not help you. Memorize some chunks and phrases that you can use in your own answers. Flexibility is the key. Let's do it. Topic: education. Part 1 question. What was your favorite subject in school? My favorite subject in school was history. I loved learning about different civilizations, such as ancient Egypt. It was so interesting to see how people lived back then, what drove them, and how those events have shaped the world we live in now. Part 3 question. Do you think education is important for success? Definitely. I think it's really important for success. It gives us the building blocks and essential skills we need for our future careers. That said, I think education focuses more on knowledge, and so we still need to develop other skills, like teamwork, leading others, and the like. I guess we can pick these up in other activities, like playing certain sports or joining clubs after school. Topic: travel and holidays. Part 1 question: what kind of vacations do you prefer? I love holidays where I can explore new cultures. I like visiting places with rich traditions and interesting local food. Last year, for example, I went to Japan and I loved the local cuisine. The sushi was to die for. Part 3 question: do you think people should travel more to understand the world better? Yes. I think traveling is an amazing way to learn about other societies and cultures. I think when you travel, you get to see different ways of life, try new foods, and meet people whose viewpoint may differ from your own, and that can make you more open-minded. Topic: technology. Part 1 question: what technology do you use to help you study? Well, I mainly use my laptop and smartphone to study. My laptop for accessing online courses and assignments from my teachers. And my phone is handy for quick research. And I have some study apps that I also use on the go. Part 3 question: do you think young people use technology too much? Yeah, I agree. Young people definitely use technology a lot, maybe too much, especially their phones. They seem to be on them 24/7, either for studying or scrolling relentlessly through social media. I mean, technology is super useful, but it's important to find a balance so it doesn't affect our real life relationships or health, actually. Topic: health and well-being. Part 1 question: what do you do to stay healthy? So, to stay healthy, I try to eat a balanced diet and exercise regularly. So I usually go for a run in the morning, and I also do yoga a few times a week. It helps me stay fit and is great for managing stress. I also make sure I get enough sleep and drink plenty of water. Part 3 question: how can governments encourage people to lead healthier lifestyles? I guess governments can really help people live healthier lifestyles by running public awareness campaigns, and also maybe providing things like parks and sports centres. In addition to running campaigns, they could also regulate ads for unhealthy foods. Like those fast food ads that are often shown when kids are watching TV. And they could also make healthier food options cheaper, maybe by offering subsidies. Oh, by the way, if you're enjoying this video, remember to like it, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Topic: culture and festivals. Part 1 question: what is your favourite festival in your country? Well, my favourite festival, hands down, is Lunar New Year. So this is a time when families get together to celebrate, share great food, and also enjoy different cultural activities. Like where I live now, we have lion dances. But most of all, it's a time to reconnect with relatives. Part 3 question: do you think festivals are important for society? Yeah, for sure. I think festivals are really important for society. They bring people together and help keep our cultural traditions alive. So many traditions are being lost, and I think festivals keep them afloat. For example, in the UK, we still celebrate Bonfire Night, so we don't forget an important historical event in our history. What's more, I'd say festivals just let people take a break from their daily routines. And that's all important, right? In today's stressful society. Topic: environment and nature. Hard one question. Do you like spending time in nature? Yes, I do. It's really calming and a refreshing change. Whenever I have some free time, I like to go hiking or visit a park. Most of all, I think being in nature helps me disconnect from technology, and it can reduce any stress I have. Part 3 question: what can individuals do to help protect the environment? Well, let me see. People can make a big difference by adopting eco-friendly habits, like reducing waste and recycling. I think these practices are quite widespread, but not everyone is doing it. So a first step might be segregating rubbish at home. Other simple actions, like avoiding single-use plastics and saving water, can also help. I think it's all about making small, conscious choices every day to protect the environment. So hopefully there are some useful questions and answers to help you become familiar with the topics and questions and the way that you can answer those questions. Do remember, as I said, don't memorize the answer. What can you do with this? Here is some really practical tips you can use to use this lesson and to prepare for your IELTS test all the way through. This is a simple system. It's called the Speaking Success System. 4 simple steps. Here's what you can do. First, when you look at the question, try and answer the question yourself. Give your best possible answer. And then think about what was good about it, what was weak about it. Second, read or listen to the model answer and pick up or pick out some of the interesting vocabulary, grammar, or phrases. Don't try and learn the whole thing. Just pick out 1 or 2 interesting words or collocations. 3, go back to the question. Try and give your answer again using 1 of the new words or collocations you've learned. Just 1. That's it. If you can do 1 or 2, great. 4th is to go back to that question and answer it again and again and again, but each time give a different answer so that you're not memorizing your answer, you're building flexibility, because that flexibility is the key to getting a band 7 or above. These 4 steps I call the Speaking Success System. It's a very simple system, and it's the foundation of my online IELTS speaking course, the Gold course. If you're interested, there's a link down below. If you're not, that's fine. You can use this system. You can take it today with this video and start practicing and already make a big difference. So I hope this video has given you some insights into the common IELTS speaking topics, questions, and how you can tackle them with confidence. Remember, practice makes perfect, and using model answers can really boost your skills and preparation. Remember, if you want to get a list of all the topics, questions, and model answers and the vocabulary, download the PDF. You can find the link below. If you've watched this far, then clearly you're serious about learning English. And if you're serious about improving your IELTS speaking score, then why don't you check out my online courses in the description below. Today and tomorrow, I have a Black Friday sale going on with some lovely discounts. The link's down below. Go and check it out. And if it's right for you, I'd love to see you in the courses. That's it for this lesson. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, my friend. Bye-bye.